What's
the
up,
wall.
man?
Yeah. Not much. I'm gonna take these off.
Yeah.
I just need these. It's just nice to hear it do that.
Dude, yeah, it's very cool.
Oh, be careful. Oh, you're good. You're good. Nice. Oh,
Be careful, he says. What's up?
not much. Cheers.
Cheers.
Did you try this yet?
Yeah, I did. It's delicious.
It's the Gold Rush, I think it's called.
Very good.
My new favorite drink. It's 2 ounces of lemon juice, 2 ounces of honey syrup, which you just take 1 part honey, 3 parts hot water, let it mix, becomes a syrup. 2 ounces bourbon.
Really?
Just 2.
Delicious.
Delicious. Comes out great every time.
You gotta have the round ice.
Gotta have the rounded ice. Absolutely.
The sphere of ice.
The ice molds and the cups come from our buddy Sam.
Oh, nice.
Shout out
These
Sam.
are his glasses?
Yeah, you
Yo,
gotta
shout
have
out
his work.
Sammy.
Shout out Sam. Hopefully we'll be on the pod one day.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we can get him.
We'll get this pod even more elevated with guests at some point. We're just slowly cruising, man.
Yeah, we'll get there.
It's the end of November. Thanksgiving's around the corner.
True.
Short work week for most people.
Loving that.
No complaints there. You excited for some Thanksgiving? Any good food you're on your mind there?
I mean, like we talked about in the last pod, the ham.
Spiral ham.
The spiral ham. Yeah, I mean, that's just what we always have done, so I'm
Iconic.
always excited for that. But I mean, besides that, what I'm really excited for is to do. Have you ever done Thanksgiving leftover spring rolls?
Not spring rolls. I've always done the famous like Thanksgiving toasted sandwich,
Okay, yeah.
but
Basically the
Spring
same
rolls.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just get the wonton wraps.
yeah.
Same thing. Use the gravy as a dipping sauce, like it's a, instead of soy sauce or whatever.
Sounds bomb. How are you with? I know you. I already know the answer to this.
Okay.
Cranberry sauce.
I am slightly warming up to cranberry sauce. Not enough
It's
to
a
put it
thin,
on.
it's a thin smear. You know, I'm
Oh.
like
Yeah, come on.
just cranberry sauce. In general.
Do you prefer the jelly, the one that looks like the can when you take it out?
I don't prefer any of it that much,
Okay.
but I only like it on the Thanksgiving style sandwich.
Yeah.
It just hits different.
It mixes everything.
But I never
together.
was the guy to like, get a scoop of.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was the idea that it all tastes together.
Yeah.
I did not just do that.
That was never my go. No.
Yeah.
I will say, like I said, I'm warming up to it. One time, me and my girlfriend at the time, Max now, we made like dumplings, like fried dumplings. And that we did put a little of the cranberries in there, and I didn't mind it. It was
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
It worked out
Interesting.
fine. But I put so little in there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Like I said, a thin smear.
But it's not making it to my plate.
Excuse
That's
me.
for sure.
Yeah, no.
You're excused.
Thank you.
What about you? I don't know what your favorite item is.
I'm a big potatoes guy, obviously.
yeah.
I love me some mean, nice homemade mashed potatoes
Hell yeah.
with the gravy, with the turkey. I love turkey. Dude, the skin, so good.
Dude.
Fat ass Carmen, dude.
For the longest time, I was against the gravy. It
Really?
took me a few years to get on the gravy train.
You'll slowly learn that you are so slow to coming around the corner to things that are so good.
Oh yeah,
I don't even want to bring it up.
you can, because I know it.
The barbecue sauce.
Oh, I thought you were gonna bring up ketchup.
No. Even the barbecue's way better than ketchup.
Thank you for agreeing. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
it is.
love barbecue now, but yeah, for
Ketchup kind of sucks. I mean, as a kid, you like it. I
Mhm.
feel like, but like you didn't like ketchup at all as a kid, which like I feel like isn't super uncommon. Well, some people don't like ketchup,
yeah,
but the barbecue thing blows my mind because he didn't want to try it because there was ketchup in it. You know what I mean, bro? Like how freaking different could it be?
I would totally taste the ketchup.
He just didn't like sauces. He was not a saucy guy.
I wasn't. I was all dry rubs,
Mm.
salt, pepper.
Which ain't bad either, but so funny.
Mhm.
You've come around to so many things.
Yeah,
You were notorious for being that I'll never get an iPhone. You are back to the you're on
Yes.
Google now.
Yeah,
You were a big Android guy, went to
I
iPhone
was.
for a good period of
yeah.
time.
I mean, didn't we all?
Yeah.
Everyone does. But like, yeah.
I mean, I was
still
never
really-
one to say never. I had the iPad Touch.
Okay, yeah.
I was obsessed with that thing like middle school. Before it could make phone calls. Once you heard there was one that could make phone calls, you went,
Yeah, that was crazy.
how did they do it?
Before it was just use that little scroll wheel, when the original iPad or iPhone, iPod, like Nano, and like
Oh, the original
Yeah.
Nanos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those
yeah.
are-
Dude, that's satisfying. Like just clicking through it.
I heard something about one of those sold, but it was like unopened, like special edition one. But like that sort of technology is now starting to go up in price, which is crazy to me.
What is?
Those old iPods.
Oh, I
Like
know.
an unboxed, like
I just
special edition one sold for some crazy money recently. It was like
Really?
the first gen of the iPod or something like that.
I believe it. I believe it. I heard VHSs were making a comeback on price.
How come? See, that's like one of those. You think you would have learned my lesson?
Yeah.
Pokemon cards.
I know.
Didn't take care of them until it was too late.
Even
Fucking-
some OG Yu-Gi-Oh cards
Yeah.
be slamming
Oh.
on money.
And I thought VHSs, no fucking way. I was like, who the fuck will care about a VHS? There's no way to play it after a certain amount of time. Blah, blah, blah. Now, yeah, you can get like something like the original Ghostbusters is like a big one. I was one of my podcasts, was talking about Rocky.
Sealed in the VHS and went for mad money, I think.
That'd be crazy. Yeah.
Dude, so besides Thanksgiving and everything going on, what's new? Anything?
I mean, there's a lot new, honestly. A whole bunch of stuff.
There's a lot of new stuff.
I mean,
What do you want to get into first? Colin is hitting us up to play Apex, so I think that's a great place to start.
Ooh, that's so true.
Dude, Post Malone event
Yes.
was freaking awesome and so stressful at the same time.
Yes. So for those who don't know, Apex Legends, really big battle royale game. Been out for a few years. Battle royales took over a few years ago.
If you don't know, you've been living under a rock and you don't play any video games.
That's
but-
right. But
Yeah,
yeah,
this
Post
chair's
Malone,
killing me.
Yeah. You've never really had a problem before.
I
Today,
know,
it's
so I
good.
can't get comfortable right now. Here I am. We're here.
Do what you gotta do, man. You know?
No, whatever. Keep it roll. Yeah, Post Malone, I continue.
Post Malone, dude. Yeah. Honestly, when I first heard about it, I thought it was the weirdest combo. But then, I mean, he did the whole thing when he streamed it and played with some big streamers before, so
It's
not
Timmy.
that. But I didn't expect it. And yeah, it was a really simple idea. The game mode's just, you actually get 3 lives. You can come back to your team and you land back in and you can just kind of keep the mayhem going. It's been a blast.
Yeah, normally it's like a one and done unless you get respawned by getting a, your teammates. What is it called? Banner. Thank you. Getting your teammates banner and bring it to a respawn beacon. In this game mode, you just come right back. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah, it's crazy to me. It affects KD and stuff like that. That's what kind of was like a little butthurt to me because my KD was decent, and then I go in this game mode. I'm getting 3 kills per one game. It was pretty nuts. But...
And like the king of after every game, you'd be like, God damn it! Like I got 2 knocks that I didn't get counted because someone fucking stole my kill.
I
the
should-
KD's going down.
I should try to get a 4K in that game mode. I think it's over.
I think it is over. Yeah. So
I was getting crazy damage.
it's like, it's crazy that was caught so early and they just didn't bother to fix it. They were like, yeah, whatever.
I think Post Malone was just trying to bring everyone's KD down with his.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like,
Shots fired. That's
Shots
a
fired.
challenge.
You Austin.
1v1.
No.
Didn't he do it again recently? He played with It's Timmy, who was a big streamer for.
They still play, I think, relatively like a good amount.
Damn, I didn't even know.
They probably play on the low when they're not even streaming.
Yeah,
Like,
they're just butts.
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're definitely butts. He bought It's Timmy like a whole nice suit.
Really?
The one he won like an award.
I didn't know that.
Award. Yeah, Post Malone was like, bro, you gotta go showing up.
Posty.
And
What
he
a
was
good
like,
dude.
shout out Post Malone for buying me this suit. I'm like, it's, dude, the video's out there somewhere.
I'm
This
glad-
drink was amazing, by the way. Thank
I'm
you.
glad you enjoyed it. What was I gonna say? Oh, so
I really enjoyed it.
one of the coolest things for me with this new event is they did something which is a hit or miss because games have done stuff like this before. Is like real life, not a sweepstakes, it's sort of a sweepstakes, but prizes, real life prizes you can get. So in this game mode, you play the game mode, you get points, you spend those points on in-game purchases or these tokens that enter you into a sweepstakes to win this like dope bomber jacket. Bomber jackets are honestly always been in style. Like they just never seem to fall out of style. So that's a pretty cool choice for them. But it's like also mimics the jacket of one of the character's skins, one of the most famous characters in the game, Wraith. Yeah, I don't know. How do you feel about it? Like I'm actually excited. Like I would love to win that. I don't know if you do.
I mean, it's one of those things for me, like, it's just like a one in a lifetime. Yeah, is there multiple people winning them, or is just one lucky person again?
I think there's a set few.
Okay.
Set amount.
What is this? Would I be jealous if you won?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's sick.
That is sick.
But I'm not gonna. I used mine on like the in-game flatline skin
Yeah.
and the weapon charm.
Right. Yeah. See, I got like the weapon charm, one thing, and then the rest all just went to.
Yeah, no, I didn't buy any actually.
No?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I don't
damn.
think I don't win.
Dude,
shit.
imagine if I win that shit. I saw someone talking about
You'll be
like,
on the pod with it.
I wouldn't even I wouldn't put it on. I'd wear that shit. Like, I get it's a nice collector's piece, and like people would be like, "Wow, you shouldn't." Like, it's kind of opening up. You know, I like. There's some things you don't open, right?
No, you want a
But-
bomber jacket like that to have some scuff to it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, you don't
I
want
would
to.
wear that.
Dude, imagine if you wore it and then one day you got the chance to get it signed by Post Malone. We were there to like a Post Malone concert. Like, I won your jacket.
That would be
Whoa,
sick.
what the hell? The huge sign.
And honestly, like,
Yo,
sadly enough,
manifest it.
right, make it happen. Because one, I've been listening to Post Malone a lot more recently. Two, talking about like coming late to shit.
Yeah.
I was so late to Post Malone.
My mama call, see you on TV, says that shit don't change. Yeah, so good.
Late to a lot of good music like Post Malone. I was wicked late to R.I.P.
you
Mac
said.
Miller.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah, this summer I decided that was a weird one. I think I remember telling you like I'm doing this because I felt so guilty about it.
I don't want to talk too much about Mac, but I mean, me and my boy had concert tickets when he passed away in OD. We got refunded the money. It was like the weirdest. Yeah, it was the weirdest feeling ever. It was like, damn.
That sucks. Like I can't imagine.
Like
One
I
of your
grew
favorite
up.
artists.
I grew up like alongside Mac. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Just like, and I had an opportunity to go see his live show in Boston like years ago. It was free. Had a free show and I ended up getting crazy. I heard I didn't make it, so it would have been my first time seeing him live. So that one stung a lot. But
I'm sorry.
Mac Miller, great music. No, it's
That's why like I never listened to him, and then that happened, and I was like, I missed the train. For years, I was like, I never did. I guess I won't. But then like I don't know, this past summer, I was like in the vibe, getting new music, and I was like, it's due time. I give Mac Miller his right and to influence my life for better. Just like every song is a vibe, whether it's sad or amazing. Like it's just a vibe.
Dude, if you listen to not his last one, but Swimming.
Okay.
Is the one before his last one, dude. I love that album. It just hits so different.
I know I've listened to it, but
Like if you listen to it start to finish, you'd be like, wow.
This is big. Similar vein from that is something that I heard recently because for the past like year or so I've been getting out there, traveling more, seeing more live music, and I know for a fact my whole life I've seen Ringo Starr. I never got to see George Harrison, never got to see John, but Paul McCartney is going back on tour.
Is he?
And I am determined to get tickets. I don't care where I have to go. Like I need to see Paul live.
Conspiracy time.
One of my favorite conspiracies ever.
Is it really?
Easily.
Is it really him?
Oh.
Paul fucking died.
Yeah.
And they
Do you want to?
replaced
Can you
him.
give us like a brief for those who haven't heard this
Basically, it was said that Paul McCartney died in a car accident
of the Beatles?
He died in a car accident, and they found a perfect lookalike or like clone or something. It is a weird conspiracy, but there's so many like hidden weird things in a lot of their songs and their albums, specifically Abbey Road. And it's just I'm sure there's a good video out there that explains it better than me if you really
Little
want
documentary on it.
Dude, it's crazy. But yeah, I don't know, maybe not. But either way, yeah, that'd be cool if you get to see him.
I would love to. Like,
Did I get to see Ringo Starr with you?
yeah, he did the All-Star Band in Boston.
Yeah,
we used to
yeah.
go to that a lot, like every summer.
What was it, in the Common?
No, it was the no, what is it called? Parthenon. It's right near the north end of Boston.
Yeah.
I know it's on the water. It's one of those venues, like a little half dome. I don't think that's, but
Do they still do free shows there or no?
I don't know.
Probably
I
not.
don't even know if the venue's still up and about.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, I mean, I saw some really cool artists with Ringo. You know, like Billy Squier was there one year.
Yeah.
Edward Snow, Buddy Guy, I think was there once with 1 year. Or maybe I just saw Buddy Guy at that venue too.
Yeah.
I saw George Thorogood there.
Dang.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of really a lot of random artists. But
Dude, I haven't had concerts in forever. I miss them. I am so
even just like a
I'm
local
overdue.
show one night, you know.
I'm overdue.
Get a
Also,
babysitter.
never been to a comedy show. I gotta get that under my belt. I love stand-up
Who
comedy.
would you want to see?
That's what I mean. I have no idea. I feel like it'd have to just like happen.
See
I feel
who's
like
coming
someone
to
would
the
have to
city.
be at right time,
Mhm.
right place, and whoever's there, see
Yeah.
if they can get me laughing live.
I'm sort of bummed, not really, because we got to spend time with my family. But I did have like plans to go to like a local comedy night recently. I was pretty stoked for that because I've always wanted to check out like the local comedy scene. But I mean, I've seen a few.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we definitely should.
I'd
They're
love to
pretty
go
cheap.
to. I'd love to go to a open mic.
Come with like a little
I'd
material.
come unequipped.
Yeah,
I'd go unequipped. I'd just go up there and be like, what's up?
I would love that. Wait,
Yeah.
just no, like off the noggin.
Off the noggin, like a
I'm there for
freestyle
it.
rap.
I'm so
Just
there.
like, how we doing tonight?
A comedy rap?
I'd definitely have to be buzzing a little bit or
Yeah.
something.
A comedy rap could be good though.
Not a comedy rap.
That'd be
No.
fun.
I just as an analogy.
Yeah, okay.
Just a freestyle.
Yeah.
Freestyle comedy session. That would be so fun though.
You can find it. They have like improv clubs around us. I think they do stuff like that.
Maybe I'll look into it.
But
I'm not that funny.
comedians that I have seen. I saw
Comedians.
I saw Bill Burr,
Yes.
who
I
was
knew
he
that.
was hilarious. I saw way back in the day in high school before he was big. Not to be that guy, but I love this dude way back then.
I know what you're talking
Bo Burnham.
Bo
I've ever
Burnham's
seen
the
that.
man.
Yeah, it's so good. I saw him back in 2014.
about.
Yeah, that was a great show. Saw them, and then who? I know I've seen a few others, but I think if I was to pick one to see next, Tom Segura.
Tom Segura, yeah.
He just cracks me up. Some
He
of
is
it is
funny.
the way he performs.
He delivers well.
His delivery, yeah.
He's a good set. He sets up well and he delivers well, and it's just like, I don't know. Yeah, he's funny.
Mm.
I really don't know. I don't have an answer for that. Funny, but I mean, not to get too off topic because we probably already did, but whatever.
It's just we're flowing.
We're flowing. Whatever. Freaking out with the Apex thing. I'll tie that into Tfue making a
yeah.
comeback. Crazy, dude.
Not gonna put in the sound effect. Just keep that.
Yeah,
Just-
exactly. Freaking dude literally was like, I'm hanging up streaming back in like June, I think, and now he's back in November.
Yeah,
So it
that's
wasn't
no
that
time
long.
at all.
I know. I love it though. It's just like, you gotta get that social media attention doing
True.
some big stuff.
Yeah, like, what
And he
was-
got to step away for a while. I'm sure he got to enjoy himself, and he was like, you know what? Well, I don't need much time off. I
Right.
love playing video games. I might as well just stream again.
Right.
You know, I've been there, bro. Like I've quit video games from like 6 months to a year, and then when
Right.
I get back, I'm like, dude, I miss this.
Jump right back into
I
it.
miss this. It's nice.
I do wonder with something like that if like his schedule's gonna be any different. Like maybe he'll be
Oh.
streaming less. He'll be just doing less of like the auxiliary stuff to streaming because he was a very huge streamer
Yeah.
and like did all the sort of any. I feel like any event or any like big thing that had like they were like wanting to invite streamers.
Yeah, yeah.
He was there.
Oh yeah.
He was at
For
all
sure.
those things and he was doing a lot outside of it. So
He's
I
a
wonder-
beast. Funny enough,
Mhm.
I actually didn't discover him through streaming. I
Oh.
discovered him being the little brother of the Juke Squad guy. If you don't know who Juke Squad is, Juke Squad. If you don't know who Juke Squad is, you gotta check him out on YouTube.
I don't know. If I
Dude's a beast. Just like your classic Floridian. Cares about the ocean environment. Did some crazy ass like trampoline stacking thing in the ocean. He's done some crazy. I'm surprised he's not bigger than he is. He's the man. He's got like these blonde dreads. But Tifu's his little brother, and he like he hyped him up, and he's like, dude, got him playing Fortnite. He's a beast at it, dude.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, Tifu's like one of the biggest streamers on
Yeah.
Twitch. I'm
That's
like,
so
it's
funny.
crazy.
He caught that
Dude.
Fortnite wave.
Dude, but they're both successful internet personnel.
Mm.
One through YouTube, one through Twitch.
So what is the older brother? What's his content like now? What's he doing?
I don't know. I don't follow him too much. I see him time to time on Instagram. The algorithm doesn't really bring him up on my YouTube too much,
Mhm.
but he's always like bringing awareness to like big like tornadoes and stuff that happen in Florida.
That's pretty cool.
And he goes out and does stuff. He's a goofy bastard. He's cool. It's funny. He sticker slapped like all over Florida his like Juke Squad like logo sticker, and when I lived down there, I seen a few of them around. I was like, nice. I wonder if it was him.
Yeah, right. Kind of segueing more gaming stuff because I remember I wanted to talk about this. Is there's like this talk, or I don't know if it's just rumors. I don't know if it's like solid steps towards it, but a lot of gaming companies are talking about creating like a sort of code of conduct that will cross across platforms, companies in games. Was your phone going on?
No, I hear like a. Well, I might be tripping. Sorry, continue.
What was I saying?
Video games.
Oh, so the companies, yeah. So like it would cross, basically like if you're caught cheating on Xbox
Oh, yeah.
Fortnite, right? You try to play that on like Steam or whatever, like they'd find a way. It's basically like to make sure you're not doing that across platforms, different games, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which one seems like crazy to me because a lot of talks around it is like how would you because it's all not even just cheating, but like, you know, if you're one of those people who rage yells at people and like threatens little kids, like you know, I'm gonna you know, like back in the day in the well, the Gears of War chat thing or
I
Halo.
have to say, it just brings this up.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember getting Xbox 360 and an Ethernet cord and Gears of War Live, bro.
Yes.
And I was a squeaker. Back before they called them squeakers. And I used to have a bunch of like older dudes playing it and like shitting on me. And I got really good. And I remember like one time being in a lobby and they all died. And I was just me left with like 2 left. And they were like, oh, dude, we're fucked. It's this little kid who's playing. I'm like, focus up. I remember just like popping the freaking, you know, they're not even gonna hear me breathing, leaning up, focused, dude. Got a nasty headshot at the end. You could spectate when you were dead. You're spectating the last player, dude. They were like, ah, dude. I wish I had this like recorded somehow. It's so old though, back in the day. But that was a pivotal moment in my gaming career where I was like, oh yeah, this is for me. I can be good.
Yeah.
I got nasty at Gears of War Live, dude. That little like wall trick and
Dude,
oh
the
my
fast
god, the
reload.
shotties, dude, the shotgun shots. Oh my god, that's what makes me love Apex. Like, the PK reminds me so much of like how the shotgun mechanics worked in Gears of War. Yeah, you know.
Something about just the feel of
you
it.
just kind of like, oh
the
yeah.
feel of the PK and like,
But like it's third person, but I mean it's, you know, first person in Apex, but it's still that same kind of like wide range. Boom, hit him right in that full body shot.
yeah, something about that like
I just be seeing locusts
playing with the
all
walls and like just the quick flash and pop. I'm like, ooh.
Well, it was still one of those. It was old enough games to still have like those like in-game little like glitches you can get away with, like that wall trick. And I remember there was one on a certain map where like you did some crazy ass fucking combination of shit, and you randomly like skydive down. You were on the top of this building, you could just snipe down on everybody. It was so broken.
I definitely did not
I
get
played-
that good at the game as you did.
I got so in depth with it. Yeah, it was one of my big games.
Dude, but do you remember how brutal those chats were back in the day?
Oh my
That, the old Halo.
Yeah, oh yeah, Halo was bad.
Imagine now if
Halo
gaming companies
2?
could record that shit and be like, oh, you said this when you were playing Halo 2 one day. Like,
Yeah.
no more, buddy.
Oh, we got recordings of you from 2006, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, who's to say they haven't been doing that?
Whose mom you fucking now?
Tell me where I live, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, that's like I don't know, it's a little scary. Like if they have that, I mean, they definitely have that ability. But what if they have been this whole time and this is just their way of like?
There's so many aspects to the internet, whether it's being on a desktop, your phone, playing video games, and it's like still a wild, wild west concept where like there's not much. Like there's control, but not to the extent that you could within society, because it doesn't. Even though it functions within society, it is within its own realm, and it's a teetery tightrope to mess with. Like I don't know, it'd be crazy if they literally were like, you went off, so like you are not.
So now you are off.
Yeah, but then like, what are you gonna do? Just start a new account.
Right. True. They
So
the usually when they come up with rules like this, they're so far behind to what 11-year-olds in fucking Europe can fucking figure out. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
little geniuses these days will figure out some way around that bullshit. They don't so that they can, because
It is
nowadays
fun,
those are the ones who make me feel like crap. Like you know, it's like our generation can't win. The boomers who played with us when we were younger were shitting on us. Now we're just sitting here, I'm playing Apex, and some little kid was like, "You fucking suck, bro. Learn how to play the game." I'm like, I can't.
It's so true, dude. Yeah, like when we were growing up, video games were so different too. But like, I wouldn't say boomers as much as maybe
Right,
like
I'm just being
higher class like millennials. So like, you know, I don't know, but
Yeah.
you always had that older cousin or like older person who would just body you in every game you played with them.
Yeah.
You're like, God, how do I be like you, bro? Like,
Yeah. Taught you what's what in Super Smash Brothers.
I've always been a big first person shooter game. Mostly a mini shooter. That's where like all my online like stuff has always been.
Yeah.
Even Rules of Survival on my phone.
That was, you loved that game.
Crazy.
That was like,
If you
I
know,
didn't
if you
get
know, you know. It was a mobile app that was a battle royale. It was just dumb fun. Like, and I just went off.
I mean, I played it. It was fun.
You just get like fucking 20, 30 bombs all the time. Like ride around the Jeep, just roll out and
Yeah.
it was so fun.
And like, I remember you were like, you didn't even want to get like the extra controllers for the
No,
phone. You
all
were just
thumbs.
all thumb, like set up the screen how you needed it. Like,
Dude, when Call of Duty Mobile came out, I set it up so like I was like on this auto sprint, like I changed all my stuff around, so literally I'd always pick a shotgun and just run around like poop, poop.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I just like slide jumping. It was nuts. But I guess still on the topic of video games, Twisted Metal, which is an old classic game that I absolutely loved.
Crazy.
It's basically a car fighting game. If you know, you know. It's another one of those things.
You know.
But they have a TV show I recently just came across. I didn't watch any of it yet. I've only seen like clips online, but it looks interesting, and I've heard a few good things.
Yeah,
So.
I remember when it was in talks of like coming out. You know what I mean? I thought it was a weird IP to decide to make a show out of. I don't know if IP is the right.
It was a weird game choice.
Yeah.
Like I like a car fighting game that was like wicked early 2000s. Or maybe it was late 90s. Don't quote me, but
But I guess you can get multiple seasons out of it.
Yeah.
Weave a story through, and you can, there's always a reason for these games are happening, and like.
Well,
and that
video game adaptations don't have the best reputation.
That's true.
So, this seems to be, I don't want to say promising, but it was just like a good take on it.
Do you know what studio or company's behind it?
I think it's on Paramount.
Paramount. Interesting.
They have
Okay.
like a little platform.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Um,
Well, because I know.
I think. Don't quote me on that either.
Fair. But Last of Us was big.
Yo, speaking of Paramount and platforms, fuck Apple TV. I shouted them out last time. They ain't that good.
You had to get that in there.
Yeah, don't waste your money. Unless you already use an Apple to like buy movies and you have like a library of movies you bought, I wouldn't recommend just randomly getting into it.
I love that. You just had to say it, Fade. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, I want to just keep it real with y'all. Like, I used that shit. It wasn't that good. But
Yeah.
there's a couple things you might want to watch. I never got around to watching that show that you recommended.
Sorry, I didn't actually get Apple TV to watch it. I watched it online somehow, but as I was saying,
Boston.
like I know Last of Us, really big, well done video game adaptation that just came out.
True.
So I don't know if this.
Have you watched that yet?
No, because I want to play the game.
Ooh, same kind of.
But
I played the game secondhand, like at someone's house. I
Yeah.
got the controller in my hand. I was like, yeah, it's cool.
right, I've played a little bit, and I'm just like, I have so many games logged
Yeah.
in. You know what I mean?
I remember when I did do that too. The kid whose house I was at, he was playing. He was like, "No, dude, it's really the story." And I was like, "Okay," but I guess he probably wasn't wrong. I've heard it's an amazing gameplay story. Like,
Yeah, no,
like it feels like you're fucking in a movie.
yeah. And like that's one that I've heard people be like, oh, like if you're playing around people, they can just watch and enjoy the show, like pretty much. You know, what I mean? Like it's that good of a story. So I've always wanted to play it. I'm one of those people that like when a new adaptation of something comes out, and if I haven't seen the original, I have to.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like I read the Game of Thrones books before I got into the show because I would refuse to I needed to see the source material.
Yeah, you're savage for that.
That was wild.
Love Game of Thrones.
I love Game of Thrones. We'll get into Game of Thrones another day. That's too much because I love it. But,
we'll need a whole episode of that.
Honestly, that'd be a great.
You just binge watch.
Themed
You just
episode.
binge watched it.
I
let's
did.
say. I binge watch it again.
Yeah, not even. I would feel like we just we should binge watch it, but like a whole episode to Game of Thrones, I could do that easy. Let us know. That sounds interesting. Oh yeah, we got Tyrion.
Yeah, let us know.
We got the Night King. Actually, it's not even the Night King. I don't think. I think it's just one of his soldiers. Oh, this bugged me that these were there last time, and they're there again. But we're gonna show off the Funkos. You know?
Bob Ross, John Lennon,
Yeah.
Darth Vader,
Darth Vader, Logan, and we got Lifeline, a little Apex one right here.
Sonic.
Yeah.
We'll
get to Sonic later.
Night King and Golden Luke.
Oh yeah, Golden Luke. Funny thing with the
I
Golden
keep hearing like a woo, woo.
Wanted to ask you, is there anything else you've been watching? I know you talked about Prison Break last time. Twisted Metal's on your
Did watch
horizon.
a little bit more Prison Break. It's
Okay.
still going good.
Holding up?
I'm still in the first season.
Yeah,
I watched like 2 more episodes. Have jumped back into Naruto, which has been great.
How many episodes do you think you got in recently?
I probably watched like 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Like
This is
2
the last time I
this
saw you.
week.
I really talked to you.
Yeah, I watched that like 1 or 2 with you, and then I watched like 4 more. So
Oh, funny.
yeah, it's nuts. Madara's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too into it because spoilers possibly, but like,
And also,
if you never watched Naruto, you gotta.
I think it would be better to check in.
I think it's a
with you,
great.
because you're so close to the end.
Yeah.
You know, when we get to the end, I think a good review of where you're at will be good. But I mean, if you're not into the anime yet, you're missing out.
Naruto's a good first watch for anime, I think. I think if you do no filler like I did for a first time round, just to get through it, especially if you never watch anime, I think it's a good one.
Yeah. I think
Or Yu-Gi-Oh! That's a fucking great anime.
that counts. That
And it
absolutely
does
counts.
count. I
Yeah.
love Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh!
I saw a
Yu-Gi-Oh!
TikTok the other day that was like, "Oh, is your depression FYP so bad that you get it was like slow slowed down versions of the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX intro, and it's just some dude in a like all black and white screen filter, and he's listening to like a depressing version of like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Yeah, it was
my god,
so weird, so random. I was like, why is this showing up for me right now?
People are just so out of pocket.
Yeah, they're crazy on the interwebs.
Mm.
So I did start a few new shows this week. I definitely want to talk about. The Boys have a spinoff called Gen V.
They have a couple spinoffs, I think.
Oh,
Oh, are you talking about the animated one?
No, this one's a live action, whatever. But really cool. So Gen V, same universe. Honestly, you could watch them separate and totally understand still. But basically, it's just like people go to this college with superpowers to learn how to market themselves or how to become like better heroes. Pretty much. There's like there's a few colleges, but those seem to be the focus after the first few.
Have you finished the whole series?
No, I've only watched like about half. Wait, The Boys or
The Boys?
Oh yeah, The Boys won't.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
Oh, so you started this series?
Yes, I'm starting Gen V because I heard it was good, and like, one, yes, it keeps up with the ridiculousness of The Boys, but also the great tonal shifts from just like normal everyday life to like, oh, this is unhinged. Like this is what superpowers would really be like. So cool. You know,
I
like,
love that. The
they
Boys
have
does it so good.
the little twists that you just like you might have expected, but you didn't expect it like this.
I wonder if it's the same director.
You know, I didn't think to check.
I'm curious.
Remember to check that out later.
Dude, I love The Boys.
Yeah,
It's such a good show.
one of the better
Adaptations
of like what heroes would be like in the real world.
I do love the show Heroes, which I thought
Yeah.
was a great way of you know, they were kind of more like hidden. It
Yeah.
wasn't like, you know, you didn't want to be.
A Heroes fan.
Yeah, if not even a Heroes
Oh.
fan, it's like they like heroes in the show.
Right, yes.
Like you didn't like it was a hidden thing.
Mhm.
People didn't know.
Yeah, like the cheerleader. You know, like
Yeah.
she had to hide the fact that she was breaking her arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, save the cheerleader. Like
Save the world. Skylar, one of the dopest villains, I think.
honestly though, like for sure one of the cooler
Just
villains.
cutting heads off.
Yeah.
Early
I wish they-
TV.
At least as far as I remember, because his whole thing is that like he can cut people with his mind, but because he was a watchmaker, he also learned to like tinker with the brain and learn how to steal people's powers.
His power is understanding how things work.
Oh, okay. Is that
Yeah,
what
if
it
you
was?
never knew that.
So then he got the power second-handedly, like the way
No, like
Zuko was just.
his original. Yeah, he got that power secondhand, like cutting people's heads
See,
off.
he doesn't-
Every power you see him have was never originally his. His original power was figuring out how things work. That's why he was good with clocks.
Yeah.
And stopwatches and watches, wristwatches or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he figured it out. The first victim he had who had powers, he actually beat him over the head with like I think a glass bottle.
Okay.
Don't quote me.
This rings a bell though. I do remember this a little bit now.
But yeah, he eventually, you know, he just gets souped up with powers.
Yeah.
And that's why he's after the cheerleader,
Mhm.
which
I
he
mean,
eventually gets.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Oh,
Dude.
jeez. There you go.
Watch Heroes. It's way better than getting spoiled, even
Yeah.
if you're spoiled. I want to rewatch it so bad.
Hayden
It's
Panettiere
nowhere.
Stole my heart in that
Yeah,
show.
oh my
Oh, that
gosh.
young me, I loved Hayden
Yeah.
Panettiere.
I still love it.
Also, like there was two superpowers I always said I'd wanted. One was control electricity, which they do a really cool of someone character in that.
Yeah.
But the second is control of time and space.
Yeah.
In Hero
Nakamura.
Nakamura,
Yatta!
one of the best. Like, oh man, there's so
Dude,
many
it goes
good
back
characters.
to ancient Japan, and he finds out he's the hero that he admired the whole time.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Spoiler City.
I know. So good though to watch it visually.
Ugh.
Damn, I just thought of something else and I can't think of it. Oh, dude, speaking of superpowers going on, I had to take a shit so bad the other day. I was like, yo, for real, maybe Beast Boy's power wouldn't be so bad. Just turn into a dog real quick, take a quick dump, you know, zoom back
Just
into
go to
a
someone's
human.
backyard.
Dude,
shit.
like, free realm.
You know?
Free roam shits wherever you are.
I never really, I never hated the idea of his power, but I
Yeah.
never thought of it like that.
Me neither until the other day when I really had to shit when I was walking to my job and I was like, oh my god. Another thing too, I wonder, not to get into a weird topic, but in the sense that you had a power like Beast Boy, you could change into animals. I wonder if you enjoyed pooping
The same.
more on like a different animal than you would being human.
I mean, I guess, okay, if we're really gonna dive into this, like, if you're a fucking bear, right?
Yeah.
Your diet's different.
Yeah.
You're shitting different. You know what I mean? Like,
How's that work?
How does it work?
Your human
Right.
diet.
Is it like, is that the same shit
Yeah,
If that was me, that's gonna be coming out of the bear meat.
It's just in your bear intestines now.
Because
So
that
it's
would
just like
affect,
a little lob that comes out of
Right.
your bare ass.
that would affect how like satisfying the shit would feel.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
You wouldn't even know you shit because you're a bear. You're a little human turd.
Yeah, just be like, oh, what? You wouldn't know when to change back.
I'm sure there's a lot more cool things you could do. I've always would love to have like been able to like direct a Beast Boy live action.
Like just a solo Beast Boy live
Yeah,
action.
that would be sick.
That'd be. I mean, you know what? They go after so many different characters. I don't want to say random because he's known, but like it can happen.
I don't think he's deeply known, but people know him surface level for Teen Titans. I can be admittedly to that too. I don't know like so much of his depth and backstory. I think I used to, but I can't think of it.
Yeah, he was one of your, maybe not favorite, but you were interested in that character a lot.
It was a cool concept.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorite Teen Titans.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say they did a live action Teen Titan. I don't know if you ever saw that.
No, I didn't even know.
Yeah. I don't think it was. I think it was like CW. I don't think it was ever like so big, but yeah, I remember. You know, there was controversy because idiots were like, "Oh, Starfire is black. That can't be the thing."
Oh,
yeah, you know, stupid shit like that.
yeah.
But I think it was fine. But all those CW shows are either hit
They're a
or miss.
little rough, yeah. You can't recreate Smallville.
Smallville.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We get who would you say your favorite Teen Titan is?
Teen Titans specifically, Raven.
Raven?
Well, yeah, no Raven because probably the strongest.
I think my top favorite, it's kind of corny, would be Robin. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's just like, dude, he doesn't even really have powers. He's keeping up.
Mm-hmm.
And he has just like the craziest, he definitely has like the darkest backstory, I think, out of all of them.
I feel like Ravens is pretty fucking dark. She's got the demon dad who tries kills her a bunch and like
That's true.
hates her and you know just
That's pretty close, but yeah. No, I don't know. But isn't she from another planet? Or is that just Starfire?
I think it's just Starfire, but I don't know a whole lot about Raven's entire backstory. I believe she's just, you know, like a demon of Earth. That team, whatever Teen Titans you're talking about.
That universe is in.
Because I mean, I don't know about other versions of it, but like the classic cartoon one that we grew up on, that Robin, it was never explicitly said what Robin he was. We don't know if he was Tim Drake or if he was Nathan. What's the other one? Nathan. It's Tim Drake, who becomes Red X.
Are you talking about the Robins?
Yes.
Dude, don't even ask her right now.
You can't pull their names out either.
No, yeah.
I know there's a Tim, there's a Nathan.
I'm fading out. I need like a DAB or something.
Yeah, we can do that. Just do a little dab break. We're talking about superheroes. I'm sad I haven't started yet. There's only like 2 episodes out so far. But Invincible Season 2 came out.
Did it really?
Yeah, it's
on
out.
Hulu?
Amazon. Amazon Prime.
Oh, is it Amazon Prime?
Which I do have, so I got you. Yeah, dude. We should watch sometime. Yeah, I think there's only 2 or 3 episodes out so far, but it's one of. I think that rivals The Boys in like ways of like superhero content in like a real life or like a realistic setting.
I
Like,
love live action, but animation just always can do it different.
Yeah.
Just something about it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in my opinion.
And I just think like the way they build their characters and like I've been hearing a lot of good hype about this.
Excuse me.
The second season. I'm super excited to watch it. I was gonna jump on it, but I've been trying to catch up on a lot of stuff, so it'll happen.
Definitely, for sure. Yeah, that's definitely a one on my list now. I didn't even know it was out yet.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for it to come out.
I'll try to get you
that first season is so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Because I remember like that like sound clip was going around TikTok, and I was like, "What is this from?" And I like looked into it. I'm like, "Yo, same dude who wrote The Walking Dead." Like,
yep. Yeah, that's crazy. Rick, something.
That's not Rick.
No, you sure?
Pretty sure it's not Rick.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's gonna.
I can't pull it out of my ass right now, but I will.
But yeah, no, you're totally right. It is the same guy.
He also wrote the Zombie Marvels that I used to have, and I have no idea. I haven't been able to find it for years. So
whatever.
I think it's my dad's attic, maybe. So I just rested. What was it?
What?
Guy who wrote The Walking Dead. We should know this.
Oh, the guy's name?
Yeah.
I should know it. Especially because the Walking Dead thing is like right around here, isn't it? Bam. That's a cool little collection piece I got. Book 1, Walking Dead, signed by Tony Moore, the original artist. Bam. Robert Kirkman.
Robert Kirkman.
What did I say, Rick?
Yeah.
Sorry, Rob.
Sorry, Rob. We're horrible fans.
What a shame.
I know. We should have known that.
I know.
Robert Kirkman. Dude, I miss The Talking Dead. We
Yeah.
were watching it weekly.
Yeah. Dude, I was about that.
I was too.
That was one of those things that I read the source material before the show, or at least I like as the show came out, I was like, oh, I gotta find the comics for this, and I read ahead and like I remember going down to the T, being like, this is what's gonna happen, this is how they're gonna change it for the show, and I was like pretty much spot on. Like I was tuned into that fucking show.
I was too. I love The Walking Dead.
And like they have so many spin-offs now. Actually, I just heard that they announced a teaser trailer for, I think it's like a spin-off series, but it's like an ending of the Rick story.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I thought they said they were gonna do like a movie or something. They never
Yeah,
did.
I think this is in replacement of the movie idea.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a bummer how it all ended, but I mean, when it was at its peak, it was really good.
I told you about how he ended the comics, right?
I don't think we should spoil anything that big.
I won't spoil how he ends it in story-wise.
I feel like you
but-
did, and I forget right now.
Well, what's funny about the ending of the story is one day, basically, he just submitted in a comic. It was the last one. He didn't tell anybody. Like, stores didn't know, publishers didn't know, his team didn't know. He was just like, I'm going to wrap it up. He did a few events, and he was like, and this last one is 5, 10, 20 years in the future. And then we pick up where certain characters leave off.
Yeah.
What's up, girl?
Wow, that's sick.
And but like so ballsy of him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To just be like, I'm just gonna end this series.
How I want it.
And like, yeah, he wrote a whole letter about why he did it, and he decided to end it on his terms, pretty much.
And the direction he took it could just go on forever. They just
Right.
rebuilt society.
Yeah, yeah, really cool. One of those stories.
We always end a good pod with Rhea. She's having a cookie.
Oh yeah.
Rhea!
Probably shouldn't have given her a cookie right here. It's definitely gonna pick up on the mic.
It's okay.
She's just wanting a little attention. But
She's our outro dog.
a few more things I think we should definitely bring up.
Okay, let's go for it.
One I wanted to bring up because I'm a big anime guy. I wanted to talk about this a little bit. JJK, one of the biggest animes in the world right now, killing it in animation. Story's been killing it, but like the anime is really bringing the masses to it. Big changes in the animation studios, possibly specifically Mappa Studios, who did JJK. They just did the ending of Attack on Titan. Another one, Vinland Saga, which is a huge one nowadays. Season 2 just finished. But there's been a lot of cryptic tweets, and basically animators from Mappa are kind of saying or indicating the conditions aren't good. It's like known that the industry over there, they don't get to see their families. They work so much harder than we do over here in the States, like in general, but these animators are worked even beyond that. You know what I mean? Like they get no life outside of work. And they've been saying stuff about like, basically there was just kind of talks about like, this is not the end that we wanted. It's a boring end. I know I'm paraphrasing, but basically kind of indicating that there's big changes coming. And I don't know if it's going to actually be, not a revolt, what's a strike? You know, I don't even know how that would go in Japan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
If
it's
it
crazy
even can
because
happen.
this show is easily producing some of the best animation. And I saw something today that like a specific animator was like, this episode of JJK was only 30% done. And that episode is fucking beautiful.
Really?
Like so well done. Like,
Wow.
it's crazy. So I can't imagine what these. Like,
What platform are you watching on?
So don't use Crunchyroll, people, because as soon as I heard about it, you know, if you watch it on Crunchyroll, then you're still giving money to the studios.
Yeah.
So anything from Mappa, I'm watching on my own ways.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
But typically Crunchyroll. That's
Yeah.
how I watch all most of my stuff. But yeah, just crazy. You know, right on the heels of the strike here, all this stuff happening in Japan.
I know, that's crazy. Especially with the anime world.
So last week we're trying to evolve and elevate this as we go, and there's a few things that we from the first episode we wanted to pull and maybe kind of do as a reoccurring thing, and one of those is the nostalgia showcase. We'll see how the name, but I like that so far.
I do.
Basically, every pod or every time we do nostalgia showcase, we're gonna bring up something personal from our past, something that we love, kind of random, and just to kick us off. My first one of the pod. Honestly, great first choice is the original animated Sonic movie.
Ooh, yes.
It's the one that opens up with Sonic on the beach. I think it's like the owls chilling on the beach, and the Tails comes flying in on the plane.
Yeah.
He's spinning out of control. It's just like one of the better Sonic movies out there. Introduces a great villain, Metal Sonic, which is just like, that great idea of like your natural born enemy, sort of, they reflect of each other. But also, for an early 90s animated movie, the fights in it,
Crazy.
and for a Sonic movie, because you'd think like, oh, they can't do much with a fast hedgehog.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they're playing with lights, crazy soundtrack. They're fucking flying around and like bombs are exploding because Eggman rigged the whole city to just be like,
We gotta rewatch this movie.
dude, the scene with like the big giant hunking robot in the
Yeah.
rain, and they think that's the original, like the first villain. They take it out easy, and then Metal Sonic comes flying in.
Yeah.
Just one of those movies that to this day gets me hyped anytime I see it.
It is so hype.
Yeah, I love it.
We
Sonic
gotta
the Hedgehog.
rewatch it.
You should
Yeah.
rewatch it. Hey, get out of there. But yeah, that's mine for today.
Mine just because I can't. I guess I'll bring up what I brought up earlier
Yeah,
because,
there we go.
dude, the classic Mega Man games. Dude,
Yes.
Not to keep it on video games, but oh my god, the bosses at the end, just it's so good.
Dude, the way it's like
Sega killed it with that.
something about that as a kid, like every level having a boss, you had a different power up and like
Yeah.
switching up. You had to learn which ones did better against
It
different
literally was
villains.
like Machine Man.
Yeah,
What was it Z?
0.
Is it Zero?
The dude with the
Zero.
sword?
I always mess his name up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Zero.
I think I don't remember which version it is, but there was one where you could play like a level as him at the end.
Really?
Yeah,
I
for
forget.
sure. He had his own game too eventually.
Yeah, I remember that.
But Mega Man's one of those, like, they've tried to adapt it in show form or anything outside of video games.
Didn't he make it to Super Smash?
Yes.
Yeah.
In video games, it's always great.
Yeah.
But, like, any show they've ever done, it never really got my attention.
No.
But, yeah, good one.
And then we got another segment. I don't know if you thought of it, but Song of the Week.
Song of the Week, yes. So, along with all the shows and content and games, we also love music. Started the pod off with one of my first song on guitar that I learned, Blackbird, written by Paul McCartney. But yeah, do you have your song of the week?
Mine
Someone you want to
is
put out there?
United States of Whatever by Liam Lynch. United States of Whatever. It's freaking funny, awesome song. It just gets me going. Someone introduced it to me, and it's a good listen.
Liam Lynch?
Liam Lynch.
Liam Lynch, okay.
Whatever.
United States of
Whatever.
Oh, it's a fun song. Like, one of those, it's super funky. Because you showed it to me and I fell in love with it. It's
Yeah.
funky, like, kind of badass sound too.
Yeah.
Like, something about it.
It's good.
It's a good vibe.
You got a song you want?
Yes,
Oh, was Blackbird your song?
No. I mean, it's a good one.
Yeah.
But I think mine today, it's going to be, this is what I'm going to do it. It's going to be Kaleidoscope Kid, Watermelon Kisses.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Again, just like, kind of like a talky rap, real funky. He does a lot of stuff where he like references older music and people who inspired him,
Yeah.
which is why I
cool.
love, because he'll reference like the Beatles, the Stones, like Hendrix.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I think he references Mac a few times. Like, and he has that sort of sound too. But yeah, just real fun. One of those songs you can throw on at the sunset and just cruise to. You know?
Hell yeah. I love those kind of songs.
Yeah, I do too. That's like most of my playlist.
But yeah, trying to incorporate some little segments. I mean, if you guys enjoy it, let us know. If not, we'll probably keep doing it because we don't care what you think.
Yeah.
But
I think as we do, we'll come in with a little more prep and like
Yeah.
dive into it a little more. But we're just we're playing around. We're trying new things, and Rhea's letting us know that it's about time to wrap up because
Yeah.
she needs more attention.
she does need more attention. But yeah, I mean, thank you everybody who listened in.
we're still just finding our footing in this, podcast world, but Elevated Times podcast, we just want elevated conversation, elevated community. Come get elevated with us, man.
Yeah. Peace.
Later.